Hello and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public get the very best price for their antiques and valuables. You get a choice. Sit down with one of our regular dealers. Now, they're going to try and tempt you with a cash offer on the table today.
270. How's that sound?
I was looking for a little bit more than that.
If I don't think that's enough money, I'm going to say, no way, Jose. Have a gamble, go to auction, and let's see if we can get you a few more pounds there.
No, at 327, at 320.
Today, the show comes to you from Gainsborough in Lincolnshire. There's a great crowd of people here. They've come along, they are determined to do business. You know why they're here? They want to walk away with the real deal.
There's a busy day ahead for our dealers, and Michael Hogman's taking a trip down memory lane.
I quite like toys, but I don't know, are they old enough to be collectible yet? They're 70s, 80s. I'm vintage, 50 years old minimum, really.
Come on, Hoggy, it's a bit early to be rolling out the excuses, isn't it?
Debbie, you are playing with my childhood dreams.
Oh, God.
I always wanted Matchbox toys, and my dad couldn't afford them. Now they're all on my table. How many have you got?
There's 84 in total, but there's only a small selection on the table.
Absolutely, we can't get them all out.
That's correct.
Where did you get them, Debbie?
20 years ago, Mum and Dad bought a shop out, what went bankrupt, and there was Matchbox toys. This is just a quarter of the collection. And there was given to my son of birth, which is now 20.
Yeah.
They belong to him, and he wants to sell them.
They're all different, and they're all boxed.
All boxed and never been played with, never been taken out of any boxes.
You can tell that, Debbie, because you look at the condition of this. It's just no chips, no scratches. Some are cast metal, some are plastic. But I say plastic bodies, cast metal bases. Just got it all going on, haven't you? Here's one of my favourites. The camper van. My wife and I, Leslie, we've got a camper van very similar to this, and we go on our tours. These would come with me. I really like them. If I buy them, I'm tempted to give some to my grandson Theo, because I think it's one of those things you can put away and keep for a rainy day. Let's do some money.
Yes.
Let's do money. We love money. Look
Yes,
at it.
please. I like red things.
It's so heavy, I can't get it out. Right, so red things it is then. 50, 100, 150. 170. That's about £2 each.
Oh, I thought that was for the camper van.
So you're saying I haven't given you enough, aren't you?
Yes, that's
Let's take that away
correct.
then.
I just thought you was buying the camper van with that one.
£200. That's a
For
fair bid.
84?
It's a fair bid.
Well, I would like more.
How much more would you like? I want to make you happy, because we're both happy today, aren't we?
I'm always happy.
Let's do a happy day.
I'm just happy now that I've dealt with you.
Oh, brilliant. Tell me how much you would like.
You were my dream today.
There's another tenner.
Wrong colour.
David, she's flirting with me.
Wrong colour, David.
Well, you know, Matchbox toys, as mint as new, in the boxes, they're saying anywhere between £200 to £400 in various estimates.
I tell you, David, I'm serious. I do quite like these, I'll be honest with you. And I'm looking at them as a long-term investment for my grandson. Now, listen, here's the deal. They are making, right now, between £3 and £5 on a good day. So if I bought them at £3 each, I'm quids in. If I buy them at £4 each, I've got nowhere to go with them.
Cheap at £4 a piece.
I'll go £250. And then I'm going to have to back out, because if I do buy them, I've got to make a profit.
A little bit more.
How much is a little bit?
Well,
It can be a bit tough.
I know.
It can be a bit
300 too
tough.
much. 300 too much.
280, 380.
No.
He calls himself the Diamond Geezer, but he can be tough when he wants to be.
I'm rough, tough and ready. Don't tempt me.
It's nice, isn't it?
Is this the same? Is this the same as yours, Hoggy?
Yes.
280, we got a deal.
I'm going out of the way here because, you know, he's going to start crying if he doesn't get that camper van.
280, we've got the deal. Thank you so much. That was hard work, I tell you.
fabulous. Didn't think I'd get £150 for them, and my son will be even more pleased because we didn't know what to expect, and he's given me £280. Yes.
What can I say? Playing with my childhood dreams, and then the camper came out. I couldn't resist, could I?
Well, you changed your tune, Hoggy. Find out later what he does with the boys' toys. David Halkney is raring to go.
I love this watch that's coming on. It's an Omega. It's the model that the collectors love. It's something I'd really like to buy.
Let's see the colour of your money then.
Well, I can see what you brought in today. A lovely watch. Tell me something about it.
Yes, so quite a number of years. I bought it in Australia, and I saw the watch there, so I did a deal with the dealer, and I gave him a certain amount of dollars, and a Breitling, and a Seiko.
So you like watches, I can see.
I happen to like watches, yes.
So do I too. Yeah. This particular watch is a very, very popular make. Lovely movement in them. And this is just after the Moon watch, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
Speedmaster
Yes.
Professional.
That's right. Yeah.
Very nice watch. Multi-dial, black dial, all the things that the watch boys like. You'd be sorry to see this go?
No, not really, because I don't wear it.
No.
I don't wear it at all. It sits in the jewellery box and just collects dust. And as you see, I haven't worn it at all. Yeah.
No, it's in very nice condition. I'm going to get the large amounts out here because it's not going to be a few bob, this, is it?
No.
Well, what about 50, 100, 150, 200, 250?
No, I think you're a long way off.
I'm keen to buy this.
Yes? Yeah.
300, 350, Frank. £400. No.
No.
I thought I was getting a bit warm there.
No, you're not getting warmer. Well, you're getting a bit warmer.
Oh, thank goodness.
What's on the table?
£400.
400.
Okay, independent valuers, auctioneers are all saying 500 to 700. Watches are doing very well in the sale room. I'm going to say probably a little bit more money. You know what to do. Just go a bit harder at Dave.
Yes, thank you, David.
Well, Frank, I better get to a realistic figure here. Let's say £500. What do you think, Frank? 500?
No, not at the moment. No.
Frank, you're hard, you are.
Yes.
And you know I like it. 550. That's.
Well, at 550, if you got £600 in the sale room, you would wind up with just over 5, about 510. If you can pressure Dandy Dave for a little bit more, all well and good, but I would seriously consider what is on the table.
Thank you, David.
Well, Frank.
Another 50 and it's yours.
Frank, I'm not going to miss it for a 50. So we've got a deal here.
You got a deal.
£600.
Thank you very
Frank.
much.
Thanks for bringing it in.
David Halkney is passing the baton on to his daughter, Cheryl.
Nice little sewing machine, all in working order. Great decorative piece. Hi, Kimberly.
Hello.
Tell me about your sewing machine.
It's 1881 hand crank sewing machine from Hopkinson's and Brothers.
Are they a local company?
They was made in Doncaster.
It's not too far away then.
No,
from
not
where we
too
are
far away
today.
now. And all I know is that Feathers, it was open in 1881, but the research I found out they ended up shutting down in 1885. So I know there was not that many that was made. So.
And how did you come to own this?
My great-grandmother had all of it when she was 8 months old, and she passed it to my mum when she was a real young child, and she actually thought she was getting a rabbit, but she wasn't, she was getting that, so.
Bit of a difference.
Yeah, bit of a difference, so she was a bit disappointed she didn't get the rabbit.
And is it working? Can you actually thread this up and...
Threading it up is a little bit complicated, but
if we just give this a little turn, then we can see, oh yeah, so that's actually...
Yeah, that turns.
I suppose you could still use it, really.
You could still use it, yeah, I have to admit, when I was a little bit younger, I did have a good attempt on it. And it just sort of all knotted up as it was going along. I was like, let's not play with it.
Well, I'm going to get some money out. I'm going to offer you some cash. If you don't like my offer, then you can try your luck in auction.
Okay.
Let's get the cash out then.
Yeah.
Let's 20. 40. That's £60 in cash. Shake of the head?
No.
Shaking a head, David?
Well, I glanced across at this and I've looked at the paperwork associated with it, and I've run across to our specialist because it took me a bit by surprise. 150 to 250 is one estimation, 2 to 3 is another. It is a rare object. I'm going to say you have to go to the sale room because you have these expectations now.
Yeah.
But we need someone at the sale room who really knows what it is and is prepared to put a couple of £100 up. My advice is go to auction, be sensible with your reserve, speak with the auctioneer, and let's see if we can get it away.
What do you think then, Kimberly?
I think I might just take it to auction.
You're going to go to auction?
Yeah.
I think that's a wise decision. Good luck on the day. Thanks for bringing it in.
Coming up.
250 bid at 250, 60 at 260, 270, 280 now.
Straight in at £280.
Just how far will the bidders go for Kimberly's vintage sewing machine? Before the break, we saw Kimberly turn down Cheryl's cautious bid of £60 for her antique sewing machine.
I think I might just take it to auction.
You're going to go to auction?
Yeah.
I think that's a wise decision.
The model is a rare one, so Kimberly is taking a gamble under the gavel.
The estimate is 150 to 250 and the reserve is £150. Now I have to tell you, the £150 may be a little bit optimistic, but I think it's worth that. But it's finding the right buyer for something like this. The good news is the internet's on. Maybe somewhere, anywhere in the world, may be bidding. Let's see what happens. It's coming up now.
Where should we start for this one? Should we start bottom estimate for it? No, we'll start at top estimate. 250 bid at 250, 60 at 260, 270, 280 now.
Straight in at £280.
£300 do a C, 300, 320 at 320 bid at 320.
Maybe I underestimated this. I thought it was going to be much more difficult to sell. Not at all. The quality is carrying it.
At 320. Stitch in time, surely you're going to bid a bit more. Nope, at 320, sells at 320. Thank you very much.
I have to say, that has taken me by surprise. Take away the commission, 262. What's your reaction? Well, I think I saw your reaction. Whee! Good.
That's a lot better than what? The £60 anyway.
It's a lot better than the £60 that Cheryl offered.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with £260? A young lady like yourself.
Spend it on my son.
What better way to spend your money? So on your son, 262 quid. What a lucky boy. That is the real deal.
Well done, Kimberly. Over 4 times Cheryl's offer. Your son will be pleased. Hoggy's next with a Victorian medallion.
What have you brought in for me today? Tell
It's
me
a
about
Jubilee Centenary medal.
And where'd you get it from, Ian?
My granddad gave it me about 50 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And why are you selling it now then?
It's been stuck in a drawer for 50 years, so...
Yeah. It's quite a nice medal, or medallion.
Yes.
And obviously it's got Queen Victoria on the back there, and just the insignia on the front there as well. They're not uncommon, but I'm sure you know that anyway. There was quite a few of them made.
Yes.
And this really was like the beginnings of royalty collecting and royalty memorabilia. Often when they were presented, they had like presentation names around the corner, you see around here?
Yes.
So if they were presented to someone, they normally inscribed it. If it was an event, then they would put the event on there as well. It's quite a nice little lot, a little collector's lot really, isn't it? Sort of thing you can sell. So shall I make you an offer?
Yeah, please.
I will indeed. How does 10, 20, £30 sound?
No.
See, I reckon I'll get 50, 60 quid for that if I sell it. Roughly. £40. I was just pointing out, David, that they're only 50, 60
I think
quid.
the problem is, we have people come on to the show and they have items which have a personal connection to them. There is expectation of a certain amount of value. Now, it is a lovely looking medal, but the independent values on the auctioneers, they're saying 50 to 80 pounds. And that basically is the parameter of where the valuation is.
Yes.
Mr. Hogburn, my friend Hoggy, has offered you £40, which admittedly is just under the lower part of the estimate, but he wants to sell it and obviously make a profit. Is that as far as you can go, Michael?
Absolutely,
You
David.
can't make the £50?
No, I definitely couldn't make 50. I think, David, I'll get 50 because of the tyre condition it's in.
Okay. If you want to go to the auction, that's
Yeah.
fine. Other than that, that probably is about its value. Or, because it's so personal, if that is of no consequence, pack it up, take it home and keep it safe.
There's an option.
If I take it home, it'll just get stuffed in a drawer and forgotten about again. So, auction price isn't going to be much better than your 40 quid, so I might as well take your 40 quid and be done with it.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Right.
Thank you very much. We've got a
Thank
deal.
you.
I was quite happy to pay 40 quid for the medal, but you know, at the end of the day, I think I'll make a tenner if I'm lucky.
Hoggy's not that excited about his latest purchase. But it's another story across the dealer's den.
Royal Worcester wall pocket, right up my street. Really going to try and buy this one. Loving it.
I'd like in the region of 120, 130 if possible.
Cheryl's happy, but the Duke and auctioneer Colin Young are standing by to make sure no one gets overexcited.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello.
Now I can see one of my favourites, a piece of Royal Worcester.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you come to own this?
Well, it was my mum's, and it's been on the dining room wall for the last 50 years. Mum's unfortunately passed away, and my brother and I, you know, we would like it to go to somebody who's going to appreciate it and love it as much as Mum has.
I've had lots of pieces of Worcester, but this one is particularly nice. It's an unusual thing. As you said, it's a wall pocket. Sometimes people would have put flowers in, potpourri in it, something like that. There could have been two. It might have been one of a pair, but still very nice. And you've got this little bird here, the branch. All this is hand-painted, and all this fantastic gilding here, which looks like the day it was gilded.
Yes.
Your mum's obviously looked after it very, very well.
Oh, yeah, she has. She's loved it, yeah.
Carefully dusted it.
Oh, very much so.
There's a tiny, tiny little chip just there, but that won't affect the value. While we're looking on this side, on this stamp here, there's the Royal Worcester stamp. There's little tiny dots around the outside, and you can actually date it right down to the year it was produced.
Oh, right.
So all these tiny dots add up to 1891. And if you've got a Royal Worcester book, you can find out probably the decorating artist and lots more information about it.
Yes.
So if you sold it to me today, what would you and your brother do with the money?
Well, my daughter is going on a college trip to Berlin.
All right.
I think it'll go on euros for spending money for her.
Colin, a lovely bit of blush ivory Worcester.
Yeah.
How fashionable is that today?
Unfortunately, it's gone out of fashion, which is a huge shame because, I mean, it's the Worcester factory. The quality, even though it is a fairly late piece, the quality is still there, but it's just that fashion thing that really is taking it out of the market at the moment. I can remember these things making £200-300
Absolutely.
and actually having a really buoyant market and lots of buyers for them.
Yeah. Our independent values have been a little bit more modest. They've gone 1 to 120.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty, desirable. Let's see what Cheryl puts on the table.
Let me see if we can get your daughter off to Berlin.
Yes, that sounds good.
50, £100?
I would like a little more, really.
Everyone always says that. Nobody ever says, yes, thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah.
How about 120?
I would like a little more if possible.
A little bit more?
Oh, yes, please.
Let's see if we've got another one. 140?
I would like another purpley one.
So let's take those away, Jenny.
Yes.
And let's keep it simple. There's 150.
£150 on the table, Colin. What do you think?
I think it's a pretty good offer. I really think we would struggle to do much better than that.
I'm going in to tell our seller that's as good as it's going to get.
Well, there's 150. I think David's coming for a chat.
Well, You'll be surprised when I tell you the auctioneers and the independent valuers, they're saying somewhere between 100 and 150.
Right.
But rather than gamble and go to the auction, I'm going to say our dealer Cheryl has made all the running. She hasn't messed about. She's put down a proper offer on the table. And I'm going to say, she's a pretty girl. Sell it to her.
£150 in cash, Jenny.
I think it's a deal.
You think it's a deal? I'm very pleased.
Thank you very much.
Hope your
Thank
daughter
you.
has a good trip to Berlin.
I'm sure she will.
Thank you.
Back to the dealer's den and time to see if David will stake a claim on his next item.
Not my favourite subject, I've got to say. Having said that, some of these basic animals make a lot of money. I don't think this particular one is a rare one. We'll see. My name's David Hackney. You
I'm
are?
Eileen, pleased to meet you.
Hello, Eileen. Well, you've brought a bull in here, have you, today?
Yes.
Or is it a cow? A bull, I think.
I think it's a bull.
Yes, it looks like a champion bull.
Yes.
And it's made by...
Beswick.
Is this something you've had for a long time, Eileen?
It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to my friend, and it was bought for her as a present 20 years ago, and she's decluttering.
Like a lot of people today.
And she wants to go on holiday to Australia.
You've got the wrong table.
I know.
Some of these Beswick animals can make a lot of money. This particular one is not a rare one at all. It's, what will it be, 50 years old or something like that?
I should say about that, yeah.
Yeah, 40, 50 years old. And it's stamped here, Beswick, England, RM Champions, yeah. Well, it's in nice condition, there isn't any damages on it.
No.
I don't think it's worth lots and lots of money, but...
we'll see.
We'll see, shall we? Is a tenner any good?
Nope.
Did your friend give you some instructions on how much to take, or did she say, I'll leave it to you?
She gave me 1 or 2 instructions.
I'm glad it's not yours, and I won't be rude about it then.
No.
£20. Here's some advice.
No. Hello?
40 to 60 pounds is what the independent valuers and the auctioneers say. Not a bad starting offer. It's worth a little bit more.
Yeah.
I better put a bit more on the down then, Eileen.
Said so.
How's about £30?
Could it go a little bit more?
Well, I will go a little bit more because you're a very nice young lady, and that's a little bit more.
I think we've got a deal.
Thank you very much for bringing it in.
Thank you.
Coming up.
Have you seen him in his new glasses and his new hair, eh?
Oh, looking good, David, looking good.
Will the Duke's flattery help seal the deal?
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal from Gainsborough in Lincolnshire.
The day is in full swing and Cheryl Hayton is still clocking up the deals.
People are still liking this kind of thing, even in modern interiors, so we'll have a go and try and buy this one.
It was my mum's, she gave it to me, and I'm hoping to make about £500 with it.
Come on, girls, time's ticking.
Now, you've brought along a bracket clock.
Yes.
Do you know anything else about it?
I don't know a lot about it. It was my mum's, and I said I liked it, and she says I could have it, and that's all I really know about it.
So, why are you thinking of selling it?
Well, it's fairly big and bulky, and I just thought I wanted to know how much it was worth. And
have you had it on display in your house?
Yes, we have. Yes, we've had it.
And is it working?
It is working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a bracket clock is its name. We've got the maker here, and it's Madeley, and the town's Wolverhampton. We've got a veneered walnut case, and it's standing on. It's got some little brass finials here.
Yeah.
I would have thought date-wise around 1900.
Right.
But still very decorative, still very wanted, still fits into quite modern interiors. So these things are selling. When you first look, it looks in great condition, but the walnut is lifting. I don't know if it's been in the sunshine at all.
Right.
And the wood is actually lifting, it's bubbling in quite a lot of areas.
Right.
And that does cost quite a lot to get put right. But I'm going to put some money on the table. If you don't like my bid,
right,
then you can try your luck in the auction room. All right, Sam, 50, £100.
No.
So you definitely know what you want.
Yeah.
150.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. 200.
It's not enough.
Not enough?
No.
David, it's not enough.
Well, I've come in, Sam, because I know when you arrived today, your valuation of this item was probably somewhere around £500.
Yeah.
The independent valuers and auctioneer, they're all within 250 to 350. You're not happy with that, and I understand. Go to the sale room, try it there, let a larger selection of people see it, and I think then you will know for sure when it finds its level in the sale room what it's really worth.
Right.
But hopefully we will get a little bit more than the one. Is there 200
200,
there?
David.
I think it's worth a little bit more than that.
Right.
David's advice, what would you like to do, Sam?
I think I'd like to go to auction.
You're going to go
please.
to auction?
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming today.
Okay.
And very best of luck.
Thank
at
you very
auction.
much.
Hope it does well for
Thank you.
Will Sam find her £500 in the sale room?
Independent valuers and auctioneers on the day all said 250 to 350.
Yeah.
I presume you thought, well, at 200 quid, it's worth a gamble.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Well, I think in some ways it is. The problem is, do we have a buyer here that wants something decorative but it's not quite right? That's the gamble. So I'm going to say to you, fingers crossed here, because it may not make that reserve.
Right.
Hopefully it will do, because if it was good, if it was original, it would make 2,500 quid. So let's see what happens.
Who's going to start me at £200? £200, so there's 200, 150 to go then, surely. 150 bid, 150 bid, 60, 170, 180 now.
Creeping but slow.
180, 190, 190, 200 now. 190 is all about a 190. Any more bids now? 190 is the last call, then are we all done?
Not quite there.
Going this time, then you're out in the room, you're out on the net, going at 190. I'm afraid I have to withdraw that.
Bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Didn't sell. Independent valuers and auctioneers all said 250 to 350 on the dealer's day. They were wrong. Another day, another auction house, there's every chance it will sell at perhaps around the £200.
Right. Yeah.
But today, the real deal was with you, Cheryl, at £200. That was the real deal.
Let's get back to business with John.
It's an Albert chain that was my great-grandfather's. I'm hoping to get a bit of money for my grandchildren and hoping to make a few £100 out of it.
I've had a look at the gold, quite like it. It's easy to buy and sell right now. Whether I get it or not, it'll depend on my bid.
Come on, Hoggy, dig deep for the grandkids.
John, thanks for coming in today. Tell us about your gold. Where did you get it from?
Well, it was my great-grandfather's. It's been passed down through the family, and my mother left it for me.
Right.
And she died quite recently.
It's a 9-carat gold watch chain, or fob chain they're called often as well.
Yeah.
And the small fob you've got on here is a bloodstone fob.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice Victorian sort of colour gold. That was different in those days. It's got that nice age look to it, really. So you want me to make you an offer?
Yes.
You look very
Nice.
keen to get a bit of cash on the table, John boy.
I am, yeah.
Here we go then. 50, 100, 50, 200, 250, 270. How's that sound?
I was looking for a little bit more than that.
About 290, John.
Yeah, it's a bit closer, but it's a way off yet.
How far away am I?
A good bit.
Yeah. So, John, I do need to make a profit, but I tell you what, I'll go up a little bit more. There's £300.
There's still not quite enough there.
It's David, he'll help you out.
Well, it is a very, very nice fob chain, that. And it's ready for use, and I think it's a commercial item. They are saying £300 to £400 is the estimation,
Okay.
Hoggy. They are saying it will scrap at 370 quid.
Oh, all right.
There is £300 on the table. The difficulty is whoever buys this will be looking not only at that beautiful chain, they will be looking at the content of the gold. That's why Hoggy is at 300 quid. Tell you what. Have you seen him in his new glasses and his new hair? Eh?
Oh, looking good, David, looking good. You love it.
We go back 30 years. You know, he was a lad. In fact, the first programme, he had short pants on.
I was on a tricycle, wasn't I?
OK.
300.
Try and push him for a little bit more, but remember, he's got to make a profit, and they are going to base the value on the metal price today, and that's about 370 quid.
What would you be happy with, John? Because I want to keep you happy.
I'd be looking at 350.
Do you know, I can't go that far. That leaves me £14 profit at today's value. Why don't you meet me halfway and say 320, and we'll do a deal. 320 is going on the table now. There's a deal.
OK.
We got a deal.
Accepted. Yeah.
Thank you, John. Oh, now, hang on. John is my favourite name. That's my dad's name. So I'm going to give you a £5 because it's my favourite name as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks.
Fantastic. I loved it. And I gave him an extra £5 because my dad's name's John and his name was John. Sweet, and I.
All you Johns out there, you'll do all right with Hoggy. Coming up, a famous seafarer sails into the den.
It is Drake, the hatless Drake, highly collectible. They're obviously very rare. You're going to get a bit of a surprise now.
The Duke will reveal all after the break. The Lincolnshire locals are doing themselves proud today, and we've time for one final deal with Dapper David.
There are collectors looking for the rare ones, and I think this is quite an early rare one.
Wallet at the ready, David. You could be in for a shock.
I'm David Hackney, you are?
Sheila.
Hello, Sheila, pleased to meet you.
You.
And you've brought along a Dalton character jug here.
I have, yes.
Tell me something about it.
Well, I've had it for about 40 years, and I was helping someone to tidy a cupboard. She didn't collect them, she knew I collected them, and so she gave me it.
And you're a Dalton collector?
Yes.
Yes, well, I've just had a quick look at this, and the important thing with any piece of pottery or porcelain, the condition, and it's in excellent condition.
Yeah.
And I see you've put a date on the bottom here.
Yes.
1940 to 1941.
Yeah.
Is
so
that
there
what
wasn't many made.
There wasn't? Ah. Now, this is very important, because generally these character jugs have lost their way quite a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean, I used to go to houses and love to buy them for 30, 40 pounds each, just the general ones. And all of a sudden, zoom. Having said that, there are one or two that are still very
hopefully
sorted for. So this is one of them, I would think, because it's quite a rare one, this, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Sheila, how rare is it?
I'll let you tell me that.
Well, normally with something like this, I would go to my bookshelf and have a quick look in the Dalton book.
Yeah.
And it would give me an idea of the rarity, which is the important thing.
Yeah.
Because, as I say, generally these are not a lot of money, generally.
No.
Well, let me get some dosh out and see if we can tempt you. I don't think 20 quid's any good here, is it? So I'll put a 50 down.
Definitely no.
Here's some advice.
Yep, definitely no. Definitely no.
Well, I'm smiling, of course,
£50.
because apparently our specialists tell me, David, it is one of the rarer. It is Drake, the hatless Drake by Fenton. You're going to get a bit of a surprise. It can fetch way over £1,000. The estimation is 1,000 to 1,600, 1,000 to 1,200. I'm going to say your £50 isn't going to even buy anything today. We're off to the auction. Aha! Let's see what kind of money we can get there.
Well, I think I'm wasting my time
Yeah,
here.
I think you are.
I think I would give you the advice and say you must try to win auction.
Yeah, I think it would
Obviously.
be interesting.
Well, Sheila,
Yeah.
I wish you very good luck at the auction.
Thank
I'll
you
take
very
this
much.
away because it's embarrassing, this 50 quid here. Sheila, enjoy the auction.
I will do.
And I'm
Thank you
sure
very
you
much.
will.
Sir Francis Drake is at the sale room, anchors away.
Now, Sheila, you brought along a Royal Dalton character jug, but a very, very rare one. You have a reserve of £1,200 on it. Are we going to find a buyer at 1,200 quid? and that's for sure.
£1,000 and we get on. 1,000 for it. Who's first in? £1,000, anyone? 1,000.
I wonder if the internet will come in on this.
1,000 on the internet.
Well, it's come in at £1,000 on the internet. The reserve is still 1,200 quid.
At 1,000 bid. We'll go to the telephone if there's no more from the room. 1,100 on the phone at 1,100. 1,200 now on the net.
It's taken me back a little bit. £1,200 on the internet.
1,300 bid, 1,400 bid now, 1,400 bid, 1,500 now. 1,500 do I see?
£1,400 on the net. A collector of Dalton.
Yes.
1,400 on the net then. At 1,400, is there another 50 that's going to come out of this? At £1,400, done and finished, selling on the net at £1,400.
£1,400 on the net, and we have got about £1,150, just under £1,150.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to say this to you. He of little faith, I actually thought you've got no chance, Sheila, of getting that kind of money. But the internet came on, it's international. The real deal, taking away the commission, is 1,148 quid.
Thank you very much.
What are you going to spend the money on?
I'm going to have an antique wall fountain.
Antique wall fountain?
Yeah, stone.
So your garden must be absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
£1,148. What a big deal. A real deal.
What a result for something you were given. Congratulations, Sheila. Our dealers are a competitive lot, and with over £1,700 on the table, just who will take pride of place on the podium of profit? In third position, it's our Cheryl.
I've got the piece of Worcester. I'm delighted.
How fashionable is that today?
Unfortunately, it's gone out of fashion, which is a huge shame.
The Duke and auctioneer were right on the money, as the wall pocket only scraped her a small margin. Today's runner-up medal is awarded to Cheryl's dad, David. He had 2 buys today.
Not my favourite subject, I've got to say. Having said that, some of these basic animals make a lot of money. I don't think this particular one is a rare one.
Mr. H took the bull by the horns, but only broke even. And the watch?
I've given enough money for it. If I can't sell it, I'll have to wear it.
The Amiga had a markup and was sold for £700. So this just leaves us with Hoggy, who claimed top spot on the podium. The medallion was his smallest earner.
I was quite happy to pay 40 quid for the medal, but, you know, at the end of the day, I think I'll make a tenner if I'm lucky.
A tenner profit and the rest, Hoggy. He cashed the Albert chain and fob in for a tidy sum. So how did our family man do with the Matchbox cars?
If I buy them, I'm tempted to give some to my grandson Theo, because I think it's one of those things you can put away and keep for a rainy day.
He couldn't help himself. After having an offer made to him of £370, he flogged the car lot to a fellow dealer. Hoggy's wheel deals. As for our sellers, the Dalton Toby jug was a runaway success for Sheila. A generous gift resulted in a £1,148 profit, and that really was the real deal.
It's been an exciting day today. There's been bags of atmosphere, lots of people here, lots of buying, lots of selling. That's what I like to see. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. Bye for now.